All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakadash, double honors to the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations unto the Akim and to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and faith and in sincerity. Honored by the Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. And this lesson is going to be entitled Walking by Faith, because we're going to be put in a lot of situations to where we don't know how it's going to turn out. We don't know how things are going to play out, what's going to happen. All we're going to have to do is just, trust in the Lord, right? And trust and believe in those the good outcomes, that's promised. All right, without knowing all of the extra, details and mapped out plans and how this is going to happen, or no, you got to already believe. All right, because in the times that we coming to, we're not gonna have a detailed plan, on how we're gonna handle things, like on what we're gonna do. It's gonna be moving completely off of the spirit, right, and about faith. All right, you're gonna have brothers on the run. All right, ain't no mapped out. Like I said, ain't no plan or no blueprint. Oh well, see, look, if this happens, if you come after us, then look, we're gonna run out the back door, and then we're gonna turn left, and we're gonna make a right. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's nothing that ain't no plan. Okay, it's no plan. And in this world, right? It teaches you, which is good. You always want to have a different plan A, plan B, this and that. You want to know what you're doing, know where you're headed, right? Having some type of game plan in life, right? All of this, okay? But when it comes to this, bro, we are not going to have a game plan. The Lord is going to lead us. We're going to have to trust the Lord, right? Because he's going to lead us in that particular time, right? Okay? However long it may be, the Lord is going to be guiding us. That's why I got this scripture right here, 2 Corinthians 5:7, for we walk by faith, not by sight. It will be by faith, because what we will see, it will be utter chaos. Like, it'll be confusion. And, just shit is going to be all over the place, bro. And we're not going to know what to do, or what would be the next steps and this and that. The Lord will feed us with what we need in the spirit at that time. And what to do, because the Lord got all of this planned out. He knows exactly, what's going to happen, what are you going to put us through, how you going to save us from this situation, that situation. He knows those details, right? But he ain't give us that. So we just got to believe, right, that the Lord is just going to come through each and every time. That's the whole thing about faith. All right. And I had a quick precept that came to mind. Was it 2 Ezra 16, 70? 75. Well, 74. Hear, O ye, my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same, right? The days of trouble, Jacob's trouble, right? Catching hell, Esau coming up against us, all of this, right? Being persecuted. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord. All right, so the Lord is going to be our guide. He's going to guide us in that time. Because when you go here to Hebrews, right, dealing with Abraham, Hebrews 11:8, by faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. So the Lord said, hey, look, man, I'm going to give you this land, I'm going to promise this to you and your seed, all right? I'm going to make this covenant with you, but he promised him a land, all right? He said the stars are going to be, his seed was going to be as the multitude of the stars. So he told him to leave Ur of Chaldees, make your way towards this land. And he just left. He didn't. The Lord didn't give him a detailed plan. All right, now when you leave here, this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. then I'm going to do that. No, it wasn't. No, it's all off of faith. He left not knowing. He didn't know where he was going. But the Lord guided him. Hey, look, just leave. Hey, he just worried about it, along the way. And that's how we are going to be in the time to come, bro. The Lord ain't going to give us no structured plan. All right, and we're not going to know, where we going or what we doing, right? But in that particular time, when the Lord wants to reveal, He's going to be revealing certain things to us, and that's how we're going to be moving through the Spirit. Like I said, by faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. So he said he sojourned in the land. Salakia. He sojourned in the land of promise as in a strange country, because it wasn't established. It wasn't set up yet. Okay. But the Lord led him there, right? Which says, for he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is of the Most High. So he went and just believing, hey, the Lord is going to come through on his word. All right. And all of that didn't even happen during his time. All right. Because we still had to go in, into bondage, right? In Egypt, be delivered, right? By Moses and Aaron. And then the process of time, right? We got the laws, then the process of time, Joshua got set up. Then Joshua, the Most High used him to lay down a lot of kings and to take a lot of land. And then this is how it was set up. All right. But Abraham believed it, even though he didn't see it at that time. And he didn't need a detailed plan and all that. But he left where he grew up at for this. All right, and just ventured out off of pure faith. All right. Even like I said, we left Egypt. The Most High came, he set up Moses and Aaron. And he told him what to do and what was going to happen in the plagues that he was about to, bring upon, the land of Egypt, right? And that he was going to deliver us and take us up out of there. He ultimately, he was going to give us the land, but it wasn't like a plan. All right, once we leave, once we get out of here, what's going to happen? They left out of there and they got in front of, the Red Sea, or the Gulf of Suez is connected to the Red Sea. Not knowing what is about to happen, bro. They is behind us, bro. We got all this body of water in front of us, bro. What the fuck? Like, they start tweaking out, and then the Most High came to Moses, and Moses told them, "Hey, bro, look, y'all chill out. Hey, you finna see what the Lord about to do." Sea got split. Who all knew that? Who knew that was about to happen once they left out of the land of Egypt? Who knew that? They didn't know that. Nobody knew this. The Lord did it in the right time. He just wants you to trust in him for that protection. Trust in him that he got you. And that's how we going to be having to move in that time, man. All right. Deuteronomy 8:1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. So the Lord was testing our people and proving them. All right. Because we went in the wilderness, it wasn't okay. Because like I said, our people, they know that they ate good in the land of Egypt, right? But the Lord ain't had no meal plan prepped. Oh, this is what we're going to eat. This is what we're going to do. No, it happened, in particular events, right? They start murmuring, oh, we hungry. You need some water. The Lord provided that. All right, but they wouldn't put in their trust and their faith in Yahweh, right? Bashem Yahushua, right? In the time just the Most High, right? But they wouldn't put in their faith in them. They was doubting them and tempting them. Okay, but the Lord wanted to see what the hell y'all gonna do. All right, I brought y'all up out of here, so are you gonna trust in me or not? All right, just to see how the spirit was, you see they're gonna be obedient unto him. Okay. But we went into the wilderness, bro. It wasn't no plan like that. We in the wilderness. But the Lord provided for us, bro. It says, and he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger. So the Lord let us be hungry, just so he can feed us. Right? And fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee, You know that man does not live by bread only, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh does man live, right? It ain't just about food that sustains us. It's about being obedient unto the Lord's word, right? This bread, all right, which is Yahweh, ultimately being obedient unto that. And that's how the Lord, sustains us and protects us and keeps us alive. All right. So we live by being obedient unto him. It says, thy raiment wax not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years, bro. So we ain't had time. All right, we finna leave. So we gotta pack some clothes for this trip. We leaving out of Egypt. No, bro, we get the pass. So that's the only reason why we didn't eat leaven. It was unleavened because we had to get the up out of there. All right, we didn't have time to pack. All right, we didn't have time to do all of that. All right, we got a lot of our stuff and just got it. We probably left some stuff behind, but it was a rush to get up out of there. All right, all we knew that the Lord said that what He was gonna do, and He came through on that, and now it's time for us to go. All right, and we found out, and like I said, in the events, right? We found out, things happen, as they happen, in the scriptures, as far as certain plots, I should say, right? As far as like Israel murmuring for water or for food or for this and that. We just found out along the way. All right, all of the rest of the details and how we found out along the way. But the point I'm making is that we're gonna be in situations to where we're not going to know. We gotta believe that the Lord's gonna come through. Can't be like the Israelites that had to perish in the wilderness that tempted him. We got to know, okay, I do not have a plan. I do not know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that the Lord got me. And that is it. All right. We can end it off of Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it's impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right. So without that faith, it's impossible to please him. The Lord ain't pleased with you. You don't got that type of faith. That's why they couldn't go to the promised land and their kids did. All right. So he said, you got to believe that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you've been serving the Most High. You got to know that, hey, look, he going to come through for me, regardless of what you see, regardless of what's going on in your life or regardless of what's going on in that time. You got to know that the Lord got you. And he already got it planned out. You don't got to plan nothing. You don't need the details. He got them. All right. So that's the lesson. Hope this is edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.